Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, forget the craft supplies. We're diving into the tech side of spooky season.
Yeah, we're looking at the sources on essential Halloween decoration gadgets.
Exactly. And if you're wondering how that house down the street suddenly looks like a professional haunt overnight, well, this is kind of your shortcut.
It really is.
We're digging into how technology, specialized gadgets have totally changed the game for Halloween at home.
It's a huge transformation, really. The sources show this clear move away from handmade paper ghosts and simple carved pumpkins.
Right.
Toward these really sophisticated things, motion-activated, projection-based stuff that does the work for you.
Maximum impact, minimum effort.
That's the name of the game now, yeah. Maximum terror, minimum setup time, minimum mess, too.
The range is just wild. We'll cover gadgets that let you skip pumpkin carving entirely,
Right.
which honestly sounds pretty good.
Definitely avoids the sticky seats.
All the way up to installing a life-size animatronic monster on your lawn. It's fear automation.
Very much.
Okay, so let's start with light. How digital light has become this go-to tool for creating atmosphere fast.
Well, light is just incredibly efficient for creating illusions, Instant scale, instant mood. It tricks the eye.
So this first group of gadgets, it's really about convenience, right? Getting that spooky look up quickly. And the entry point seems to be the LED pumpkin projector.
Yeah, and the big appeal there, it isn't just skipping the carving mess, although that's a huge plus.
This saves a lot of time.
It does. But it's also about flexibility. A real carved pumpkin has one face, static.
Right.
This projector shines animated faces onto the pumpkin, glowing, flickering, maybe changing expressions. You can switch between scary and silly with a button push, no recarving needed.
Okay, that's level 1. But what if you want to cover your whole house facade instantly? The sources mention Halloween laser lights.
Yes, the ease factor there is enormous. You don't need hours on a ladder stringing lights.
Definitely not.
You just fix a projector in the ground, point it, and boom. Your whole house is covered in moving bats or spiders or skulls.
Instant coverage.
Instant, dense imagery. Stuff that would take ages to do manually with individual decorations.
Okay, but this is where it gets really interesting, I think. Moving beyond patterns to 3D illusions, the hologram ghost projector.
Right. The sources call this a real game changer. Turns a window or even just a space in a room into a stage for these floating figures. Ghosts, zombies.
And they look terrifyingly real, apparently.
Well, the effect is designed to be very convincing. But it's not quite a true hologram like in Star Wars.
Oh, explain that. What is it then?
It's actually a clever modern take on a very old stage illusion called Pepper's Ghost.
Pepper's Ghost.
Yeah. The sources suggest these kits use a special kind of reflective material, like a semi-transparent screen, maybe stretched across a window. The projector shoots the image, the ghost or whatever, onto that screen.
Okay.
And because of the angle and the material, the image reflects back towards the viewer, making it look like it's floating in the space behind the screen. In 3D, it's all about manipulating light and reflection.
Huh. So it's basically physics creating this spooky illusion, professional stagecraft, but now it's a consumer gadget you can just buy.
Exactly. That's the key insight.
Yeah.
Anyone can achieve that really professional, large-scale haunted look now, just using light tech.
Okay, so light sets the scene, but for those real reactions, those screams, we need interaction, right?
We need to move from just looking spooky to actively engaging people, or, pranking them.
Yes. This is where the tech gets personal. It needs to react when someone gets close. And the sources really highlight the motion-activated flying witch.
Right, and the key to a good jump scare is timing and sudden movement.
Definitely.
This witch doesn't just light up or make noise. The sources say it actually swoops down at you while making creepy sounds the second you trigger the motion sensor.
Oh, wow.
It's engineered for that perfect startling moment. Exploits that natural tendency to not look up.
Okay, that's pure scare. But not everything is about terror, right? Some gadgets aim for laughs too, like the animated candy ball with skeleton hand.
Yes. The sources mention this one quite a bit. It's described as mixing screams and laughs.
How does it work?
Simple but effective. Kid reaches for candy.
Yeah.
And the skeleton hand darts out and grabs at them. It's startling,
Yeah.
funny, a little bit mean maybe, but in a fun way.
Creates that moment of, do I want the candy that badly?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a low-stakes prank, but it makes the interaction memorable.
And the interaction starts right at the door, doesn't it? The sources talk about automating the entrance itself, like the talking doorbell eye.
Yeah, taking something totally normal, the doorbell, and making it weird. Instead of ding dong,
Yeah.
this glowing eyeball pops open and says something creepy.
That definitely changes the mood before they even knock.
It shifts the power. The house is watching you, talking to you. And if you get inside, there's one more trap mentioned. The DIY haunted mirror, right? This plays on curiosity. You walk up to a mirror, maybe adjust your costume, motion sensor triggers, and suddenly a scary face appears in the reflection with you. Looks like it's right out of a horror movie, according to the sources. What's neat here is how these gadgets use everyday objects, doorbells, mirrors, candy bowls, and turn them into these little interactive moments. The scares are quick, targeted.
Okay, so we've got illusions, we've got jump scares, but we still need that overall creepy vibe, right? The atmosphere.
Absolutely. You need that baseline mood. And that often starts with fog, the classic fog machine, but updated.
Updated how?
Now, they often come with integrated LED lights. So you don't just get gray fog, you get eerie mist that glows red or green or blue. Really enhances the whole theatrical look.
Makes sense, but on the flip side, there's practicality too. The sources mention smart LED candles.
Yeah, this is where the Internet of Things bumps into Halloween. The big benefit stressed is safety. Flameless.
Super important with costumes and kids running around.
Crucial. No fire hazard. But beyond safety, they're smart. You control them with a remote or an app on your phone.
So you can change the whole mood instantly.
Exactly. Steady glow, flickering, maybe a sudden strobe effect for a scare, all without touching anything. It's smart home tech applied to spookiness.
Okay, so we've got digital illusions, jump scares, smart atmosphere, which brings us to the top of the list. The big one. The item that supposedly turns a home into a full-on attraction.
The grand finale.
The life-size animatronic monster.
Yep. And if you connect this back to the bigger trend, this really represents the peak of that technological shift we talked about.
Why is it considered the ultimate gadget?
Because these things, whether it's a huge werewolf, a creepy clown, a towering reaper, they're not just static props. They perform.
They move.
They move, they make sounds, often sequence sounds. They have lighting effects built in. They perform complex pre-programmed routines.
So much more complex than the flying witch we talked about earlier.
Way more complex. The witch might have a simple motor and sensor. These animatronics often have multiple motors, intricate joints, sophisticated control chips, maybe even pneumatics for a smoother or more powerful movement.
Wow.
It's basically automated performance art for your front yard. It sets the whole scene, demands attention. It's the terrifying centerpiece.
So the sources really show this progression, don't they? From a simple light projection replacing carving,
Right, easy illusion.
all the way up to this fully automated creature that essentially performs for trick-or-treaters.
It creates this whole multi-sensory environment. And the key takeaway, really, is that creating these super elaborate, high-tech Halloween displays, the barrier to entry has just plummeted.
You don't need to be a movie prop maker anymore.
Exactly. You buy the right gadget, plug it in, and the gadget becomes the performer, the scare creator. Hashtag outro.
So, okay, we've covered a lot. Digital projections, motion-activated scares, smart atmosphere, giant performing monsters.
And simple light tricks to complex robotics.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener? I guess it means your own home can pretty easily become this high-tech stage now.
Yeah, the tech is accessible, affordable, relatively speaking. The house itself is the platform.
Ready for programmed theater, almost.
Which leads to, I think, an interesting final question. Given how sophisticated some of this tech is, the hologram effects, the life-size animatronics, is the real ultimate gadget maybe not just the one that gives the biggest jump scare, but the one that best lets the user blur that line?
Blur the line between what?
Between just putting up decorations and directing a fully automated sensory performance, using the tech to create not just a look, but an experience.
A house that doesn't just look scary, but actively performs a scary script. That's definitely something to think about. Are you decorating or are you directing?
Something to mull over.
Indeed. Well, that's all the time we have for this deep dive. We'll see you next time.